Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ECW One Night Stand, coming to you live from a sold-out crowd in Saginaw, Michigan. Before we get into the action tonight, I just want to preface that your announcer, your commentator, me, young JoshHOOHA, is a little bit sick. We'll be trying to not cough throughout the entire show, but it is easier said than done. But now let's get into some action here. Starting off, we are going to have a little bit of women's division action tonight, as we're going to see Bayley taking on one member of the iconic duo, Billie Kay. There she is, Bayley. Of course, the women's division in ECW, very, very competitive, all vying for that women's championship held by Alexa Bliss. But Bayley is out here. She is ready to have some fun as she debuts in ECW One Night Stand tonight. Definitely a bit of a standout competitor here at ECW. A lot of people are expecting great things from her. I don't know, Alexa Bliss is definitely going to be watching this match, seeing what her competition has in store. Alexa Bliss obviously won her match last week against Becky Lynch, and so she's definitely going to want to see if the ECW women's division is kind of worth her time. But Bayley is definitely a great competitor, and we're going to see how she's doing tonight. So tonight's action, we're going to have some women's division action, a little bit of tag team actions. We're going to see our ECW tag team champions in action. We'll also get to see the debuting of MIZ TV on ECW, a little bit of cruiserweight action, and then our main event is going to be Braun Strowman versus Seth Rollins for the ECW Championship. But enough about that now. Let's look at what's happening in the ring as Billie Kay is going to make her way down, accompanied by her iconic duo partner, Peyton Royce. Once again, more women's division wrestlers trying to make a name for themselves in this ECW division, ECW women's division. It's a bit interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how this partnership of the iconic duo fares in the ECW women's division, where it seems to be every woman for herself. We saw Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss last week. We have Bayley in the ring now, but of course this could definitely be throw a bit of a spanner in the works, having Billie Kay and Peyton Royce here. Definitely, possibly gives them a bit of an advantage in the women's division, having someone have your back at all times. Definitely could give Billie Kay and Peyton Royce a bit of an advantage. But then again, there's always that chance then, at the end of the day, it's two egos, it's two people that want to be champion as well. So if one of them becomes champion, what happens to the other one? It always leads to competition. It happened in the Shield. It happened in Evolution. It'll happen with the Iconics, I'm pretty sure. We're going to go into this matchup now, as both women entering the ring. Oh, Billie Kay already showing that she's got a bit of an attitude there. Oh, and just goes for a big elbow to Bayley. And Bayley fires back with multiple elbows. Elbow after elbow. Goes for a slap there, but misses. Go for a bit of a chop. Now what you're looking at here. Huge spinning European uppercut there from the middle rope. Bayley just showing what she's all about here with this unrelenting offense. What you doing now? Ooh, and a bit of a neck snap there. And now Bayley showing off a little bit here. Bayley showing what she's all about. And going back to the offense. Billie Kay not able to. Ooh, and Billie Kay managed to go for a bit of a reversal there. And what's this? Big suplex. And now Billie Kay with some offenses. Big clubbing blows there. And what you looking at now? Whoa. Billie Kay getting Bayley up there. And a powerbomb. Jackknife powerbomb by Billie Kay. Just look at the strength of Billie Kay. Just really showing what she's all about. Goes for a big takedown there. And now just stomping away at Bayley. And now just working on Bayley's neck. Wearing her down. Wearing down the hugger. And things are not looking all too good for Bayley here. We get stomp after stomp by Billie Kay. Oh, and now Bayley's coming back with some offense here. Elbows. Kicks. And a running knee. Look at that. Look at Bayley go. And just kick after kick after kick. But Bayley's not through with Billie Kay. Goes for an Irish whip into the corner. Oh, and a big takedown. And going back to the neck of Billie Kay. And now just working a bit on the legs of the seemingly very powerful Billie Kay. Saw her performance earlier with the jackknife powerbomb. Really showing her strength. And Billie Kay really just egging on the crowd. The crowd just not happy with Billie Kay. Definitely behind Bayley more in this match. Definitely more behind Bayley. Oh, and Billie Kay. Whoa, showing some. Look at the athleticism of Billie Kay with the big head scissor. Wow. What athleticism by Billie Kay. See, the Iconics, they definitely like running their mouths. But it seems that Billie Kay is showing that they can back it up, in a big lariat there. Definitely able to back it up in the ring here. Goes to another suplex. Back to the suplex. And now what's up, Billy? What's Billie Kay got planned here? What? What is Billie Kay with the torture rack? Just wearing down on the back of Bayley. I'm really impressed with Billie Kay here tonight. The strength that she's shown tonight is incredible. It's not something that I expected going into this match. But Bayley able to fight out of it here. Elbows to the face, able to fight out of it. And Bayley now trying to launch some offense. And no, Billie Kay shuts her down again. Billie Kay with the big takedown there. Shoulder charge. And now just stomping away. Probably out of frustration here. Yeah, and it seems to be out of frustration. Going straight for the cover here. And a kick out at one. And just stomping away at Bayley. Oh, and another pin. Definitely see the frustration building on Billie Kay's face. Well, Billie Kay has been in control for a decent portion of this match. I can understand her frustration. But Bayley is not going down without a fight at all. And now Billie Kay once again working the neck of Bayley. Just bearing down on there. And just stomping away at the knee. What is she doing now? Billie Kay is urging Bayley to get up. Telling her, what has she got planned here? And another suplex. And going for the pin now. One. And a kick out at one again. Bayley will not go down. And Billie Kay. Have I been calling her Billie Ray this whole match? I don't think I have. But Billie Kay is just not. Just the frustration is just mounting. And Bayley building up a bit of a head of steam here. Going back to the neck of Billie Kay. Bayley definitely building up some steam with those big takedowns. What you got planned now? What's Bayley got planned? It seems like Billie Kay is a bit dazed now. Was not expecting this. And the Bayley to belly. Bayley to belly. That's got to be it. 1, 2, 3. That is it. Bayley definitely coming through there in the end. Building up a big head of steam really quickly. Just quickly turning this match around. And that just shows you how quickly things can turn around in WWE. And just have a look at this. This is where it started to go wrong for Billie Kay. And there we go. The big Bayley to belly suplex. Congratulations, Bayley. Congratulations. Definitely trying to make a name for herself early on here. And just celebrating there is Bayley. Well done, Bayley. Oh, and what's this? What? Peyton Royce made it into the ring, and now she's just wailing on Bayley, and Billie Kay is up. What's Billie Kay got planned? This is unbelievable. And shades of Kay. Absolutely disgraceful, but they want to make a name for themselves in this division, and it seems they did. It seems that they did. And now we're going for some tag team action. Some tag team action here on ECW One Night Stand. Is we're going to have our ECW Tag Team Champions, the Club, taking on these two men here, Enzo and Big Cass. Also making their debuts here on ECW One Night Stand. Definitely an electrifying duo. Really getting the crowd on their feet. Just watch this. I love this intro. And there it is.
Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that.
Listen to the crowd. The
And
crowd
this
is just
right
eating
here,
it all
this
up
is
here
Big Cass.
in
And
Michigan.
he's
The crowd is
7
eating
foot
it
tall,
all up.
and you
And Big
can't
Cass
teach
is a
that.
monster to have to deal with. And Enzo Amore, as entertaining as he is on the mic, he can't get things done in the ring. But will they be able to hold their own against our ECW Tag Team Champions? ECW Tag Team Champions, the club. Chatting to Luke Gallows earlier, he said that he was quite impressed with the Hardys last week. But he thought he said it'll take a lot more than that to do anything close to getting the ECW Tag Team Champions or Championship off their waists. And they were going to show us tonight why they are the ECW Tag Team Champions. So we'll see what happens there, and we'll just see exactly what the club have in store for Enzo and Big Cass. And here they are, your ECW Tag Team Champions, Gallows and Anderson. Obviously, Luke Gallows on your left, Carl Anderson on your right. They have traveled to Japan. They have a history with the WWE. And they are here now in ECW as your ECW Tag Team Champions. Really, really excited to see what they're going to have in store for Enzo and Big Cass. And as dominant as the club seems, as dominant as they look that they are going to be, Enzo and Big Cass are nothing to slouch at. Big Cass, obviously, as Enzo says, was 7 foot tall. And Enzo Amore qualified cruiserweight, previous WWE cruiserweight champion. So a good superstar in his own right. But when it gets down to the ring, it's going to be no games. And we're going to see exactly what these two very impressive tag teams have in store. And we're going to have Enzo Amore taking on Carl Anderson, the smaller of the two, of each team going head to head in the beginning. And we're going to see exactly what happens in this tag team match tonight. It's Enzo showing that this already is all about the crowd to him, and Carl Anderson is just saying, not today. The ECW Tag Team division is not a joke to the club. And he's going to show it to Enzo and Big Cass now, show exactly what he means. As Carl Anderson just brings up Enzo Amore and just Irish whips Carl Anderson into the corner. And here comes the big man. Here comes Luke Gallows. Look at this. Textbook tag team on display in a big boot there by Luke Gallows. And a kick out by Enzo. That could have been an upset. That was a huge amount of double teaming. And Luke Gallows just, look how menacing Luke Gallows is. Just a big slap to Big Cass. And just slamming Enzo Amore down on the ground. Luke Gallows is just, he's just so menacing. And look at that tag team, textbook tag teaming on display there by the club. They know exactly what each other's thinking at all times, and it's very evident. Oh, what's Enzo doing? Enzo trying to get to the top rope. I don't know what Enzo's plan was, but it did not work out well for him. As Luke Gallows is back on the offense. Dragging Enzo into the corner there. Irish whipping him into the corner. And looks like we have maybe like a snake eyes or something. No, and a power slam by the big man Luke Gallows. Just look at him, just like ragdolling Enzo Amore around. No, Enzo is small, but I mean, he's still a man, you know? Still a human being, and Luke Gallows is able to completely throw him around. Oh, and what's this? Big double team there. It's just so incredible watching the club in action. And Big Cass really wants in on this match. You see him going at it in the corner there. Oh, and now Enzo's opportunity here. Oh, but Enzo decides to strike back a bit. But you can see he's a bit tired as he quickly makes it over to Big Cass. And here comes Big Cass. And Big Cass hoping to make a name for himself here as well. Hoping to make a name for his team in the tag team division. That's what it's all about in the tag team division. This ECW Tag Team Championships. And it's a big opportunity here to make a name for yourselves against the ECW Tag Team Champions themselves. As look at Big Cass with this vice grip on Carl Anderson. Absolutely devastating strength of Big Cass. Incredible. Does it look like Carl Anderson may tap out? Oh no, Carl Anderson gets out of it and goes for a quick chop block. Takes out the legs, and here it is. Why stay in? Why stay in? If you're tired, if you can make the tag, make the tag. But it seems like Big Cass was on it, and look how big Cass is. Luke Gallows is a large man, and he's just being thrown around here by Big Cass. As now we're gonna see maybe some double teaming of Enzo and Big Cass here. Very exciting stuff. Always an exciting team to watch. Oh, and a nice chop there by Enzo and Cass. And Enzo just stomping away now. Oh, and this is where Enzo feels comfortable. Look at him going up to the top rope. What's he got planned? And a big elbow drop there by Enzo. That was devastating. 1 and a kick out at 1. You're not going to get the big man down like that just with an elbow drop. And a large kick to the back there. Just stomping away once again. Ooh, and Luke Gallows is back on the offense here. And Luke Gallows showing that he's got the strength here. And just once again applying that vice-like grip to the neck, to the shoulder of Enzo Amore. Much like he did to Big Cass. Much like Big Cass was doing to Carl Anderson, actually, earlier on in this match. And what's Luke Gallows got planned now? We got another double team happening here. These two are just textbook tag teams. And again, we see this double team maneuver and just absolutely devastating to the head of Enzo. And Enzo had a bit of steam earlier on, but it doesn't seem that he's doing too hot anymore. 1 and a kick out of 1. Kick out of 1 by Enzo Amore. Oh, and he just runs out. Oh, but Luke Gallows is having none of it. Enzo thought he could get a bit of a reprieve. And look at this, the smaller of the two taking out the bigger on the club side, and just a huge boot to the head of Enzo. And once again, the club is still in control. Just such a devastating tag team. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to usurp them. And now Carl Anderson going to the top rope. What's Carl Anderson got planned here? Urging Enzo Amore to get up. What's Carl Anderson got planned? Big neck breaker from the top rope. Look at that athleticism of Carl Anderson. And now once again, some double teaming here. Oh, we got an interesting one happening here. Oh, an atomic drop and a big boot there by Luke Gallows. You gotta look at Big Cass. I was gonna say something about Big Cass now. You've gotta. Oh, and a kick out there by Enzo. You gotta think what this is doing to Big Cass. Not only seeing his friend get absolutely destroyed in the ring, but seeing this constant big boots by Luke Gallows. Oh, and Enzo Amore taking the fight to Gallows. Taking the fight, and Gallows just returning with some rights and a kick. And what's Luke Gallows? Ooh, the big, what's that? An inverted DDT there. Ooh. And we got a bit of a choke slam. Look, right in the face of Big Cass. Right in the face of Big Cass. And Big Cass can do nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. And just showing absolute domination of Enzo Amore. I don't think Enzo Amore is going to be the same after this match. I don't think Enzo knows where he's at right now. And what have we got here? Are we setting it up? Oh, do we get to see it? Oh, yes. Yeah, Magic Killer. The Magic Killer. Always a beautiful move to watch. And Carl Anderson, great tag team knowledge there. Deal with the other teammates. 1, 2, 3. And your ECW Tag Team Champions opening a clinic in tag team wrestling, showing Enzo and Big Cass what it's all about. And this is the beginning of the end here for Enzo. As a big boot to the face. Look at the impact there. Just look at that impact. And there was a cover earlier on, but obviously Enzo was fighting it off, was seeing if he could make it to the end here. And just the Magic Killer was enough to seal the deal. And just look at these two. Whoever is aiming for that ECW Tag Team Championship, they have one hell of an obstacle to overcome. The Hardy Boys may have beat the Hype Bros last week, but this is the club. This is Gallows and Anderson. This is the ECW Championship. And here we have it. The Miz is here to present the first ever episode of MIZ TV on ECW One Night Stand. Tonight, ECW just became must see. The A-list superstar is here, and I wonder who his guest is going to be. He did not share who his guest was going to be tonight, and he's also making his debut himself, so let's see what The Miz has to say. MIZ TV. Oh, always The Miz. The Miz not afraid to run his mouth. But of course, with his credentials, his Intercontinental Championship reigns, it's very hard to argue with him about that fact. Wow, he's just The Miz running off his mouth against Stone Cold as well. Okay. We're going to have the King of the Cruiserweights here tonight on MIZ TV. And there he is. Neville, as Miz said, previously suffered a big loss. Did not make it past the first round of the Cruiserweight tournament before our inaugural ECW episode. Lost to Cedric Alexander. Wanted to have Finn Balor to himself last week, and unfortunately lost to Finn as well. So we're going to see what the King of the Cruiserweights has to say about his current position in ECW One Night Stand. Of course, Neville, a very accomplished cruiserweight, a very talented cruiserweight himself, but our entire cruiserweight division is full of talented people, so we'll see what he has to say. This is true. The cruiserweight division is what separates ECW from any other brand. Oh, it seems to me like there is a lot of bad blood here for Finn Balor. I don't know if that's just about the championship. Oh, and exactly. The Miz taking the words right out of my mouth here. Miz is right. It was a clean loss. Definitely a clean loss. The pin 1, 2, 3 after the coup de grace. Very clean loss. Alright, so now it seems that all the anger is not towards Finn Balor, also a little bit towards Cedric Alexander, who beat Neville in the first round of the Cruiserweight tournament before our first episode. So maybe Neville wants his hands on Cedric as well. Maybe Neville's just a bit of an angry superstar. Yeah, The Miz, never afraid to teach the younger talents, show them what it means to not only be a champion, but to be a contender as well. Very, very good advice here. Okay. Now we're going a bit personal here, attacking the ring style of Finn Balor. Of course, the Red Arrow definitely is a work of art, but still. The Miz definitely has some good points here. But I don't think it's just about bad blood towards Finn Balor. Sounds like he has some bad blood towards Cedric Alexander as well. Oh, this should be good. What has Neville got to say now? This should be good. Let's see what he has to say here. Oh, and he gets interrupted by the man he was just talking about coming out for his match. Cedric Alexander is going one-on-one with Finn Balor tonight. And here he is. Cedric Alexander, as was previously mentioned, did beat Neville in the first round of the Cruiserweight tournament before our first episode of ECW One Night Stand to crown our Cruiserweight Championship. Of course, Finn Balor did win at the end. And yeah, in the Finn Balor managed to pin Kalisto. Sorry, I'm just a big fan of this entrance music. Love the Cedric Alexander's entrance theme. But as I said, Finn Balor did win the final round of the ECW Cruiserweight Championship tournament against Kalisto. So neither Cedric Alexander nor Neville made it to the finals. But since Cedric Alexander was brought up last week, saying that he was the reason that Neville didn't make it to the end to win the Cruiserweight Championship, it's time for Cedric Alexander to go face to face with our Cruiserweight champion, Finn Balor. And here he is, our Cruiserweight champion, victorious last week, delivering a picture-perfect coup de grace to Neville, the man earlier in the ring, bad-mouthing this man right here. And Finn Balor is just on a bit of a roll here. Won the Cruiserweight tournament before our first episode of ECW last week. Won very cleanly against Neville. And we're going to see if he's able to pull out another win tonight against that man in the ring, Cedric Alexander. Of course, the crowd always behind Finn Balor. There we go. As you can see, the crowd will always be behind our Cruiserweight champion, Finn Balor. Definitely a crowd favorite. But so is Cedric Alexander. It seems the only one out of this little bit of a competition going on here tonight in the Cruiserweight division that doesn't have the crowd on his side is Neville. But as the Miz pointed out, Neville's attitude has not been the greatest lately. Perhaps that maybe has something to do with his performances. If he's not looking to win and looking to outperform his competition in every single match, regardless of whether it's for a championship or not, well then maybe he doesn't deserve to be champion. Oh, and Finn Balor just looking at Cedric Alexander there as he walked across the screen. Ooh, and look at this. It always gives me chills to watch how much the crowd is behind Finn Balor. Was he Finn, former Universal Champion in his own right, now Cruiserweight Champion, and he said to me earlier that he plans on holding on to this title for a long time. And if he continues with performances like last week, I don't see that not being true. As we get started here with some Cruiserweight action, as both men lock up, and Cedric quickly with the arm lock there, and got the arm bar behind him there, and now Finn Balor showing a bit of resourcefulness there, getting out of the clinch hold, and Cedric Alexander bringing it back down to the ground, just working on the arm there, and Cedric Alexander showing maybe a bit better ground game there. And Cedric Alexander with a great running STO. And just a kick to the leg by Cedric Alexander. Ooh, and a chop and an elbow. I could hear that from here. And a Northern Lights suplex there. So talented, this man, Cedric Alexander. Very, very talented. Our Cruiserweight division, as Neville said earlier, is just full of talented individuals. Big clothesline there by Cedric Alexander. What's Cedric got going now? And a lion salt. Here's the cover. 1. And kick out at 1. It's going to take more than that to take down our Cruiserweight champion. Look at that. Finn Balor just gets right up. And Cedric gets rid of an elbow. Goes for a chop but misses. And Finn Balor capitalizes. Finn Balor working on the neck now. Cedric Alexander trying to wear down the high flyer that is Cedric Alexander. One thing that Neville did say that was a bit true though is when it comes to high flying, I'd say Neville is probably the best out of the three these men in question. They're probably Cedric Alexander, then maybe Finn Balor. Finn Balor namely relying on his speed more than anything else. And look at that, Finn Balor going over, and just as I say that, look at Finn Balor off the top rope and a big splash. Wow. Look at these two men putting on such a great performance, chucking Cedric Alexander back into the ring. Now Finn Balor going for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out at 2. Ooh. Yeah, just as I was saying that Finn Balor doesn't normally rely on going to the top rope, apart from nailing the coup de grace. He just does something completely death-defying there earlier. Oh, and they're bumping into one another there, and just Finn Balor just wailing on Cedric Alexander, and and just getting hung up on the top rope. What's Finn got planned here? Finn Irish whipping into the corner. Oh, and a big chop and a big drop kick. Big running drop kick there by Finn Balor. Oh, and Finn Balor returning with an STO of his own. Finn Balor working the arm now. Oh, and a big springboarded senton there. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Cedric Alexander. Cedric definitely struggling to pick up some speed here. He had some momentum going into this, a little bit into this match, but has been struggling thus far. And a big scoop slam there by Finn Balor. Now Finn Balor, what is this? 1916. Is that going to be enough? What's Finn Balor got planned now? Finn Balor taunting. And he can't even see Cedric. He thought he had Cedric in control. And Cedric Alexander building up a bit of momentum here. Look at Cedric go. Look, this man is just so quick and just so athletic. Look at he's just so much fun to watch. Look at him go. Oh, and what's this? And a big face buster there by Cedric Alexander. Going for the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out at 2 by Finn Balor. Oh. These two men are putting it all on the line here tonight. Cedric with a big suplex there. And Cedric going for a cover now. Oh, and a rope break. As you can see here, the youngster Cedric Alexander maybe doesn't have the best ring awareness. A more veteran superstar probably would have pulled Finn Balor away from the ropes to ensure that was a cover. And now Finn Balor, look at Finn Balor starting to pick up some speed here. Starting to build up a bit of momentum. What does he do? Oh, and he hangs Cedric Alexander back on the top rope. What's Finn got planned now? Finn going for it. He's in the drop zone. Finn going for the coup. It's Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander knocks out the way. What's Cedric got planned? Oh, here it is. The lumbar check. Look at the speed of Cedric Alexander. I'm getting so excited. I'm getting choked up here. And 3. What a performance here by these cruiserweights. I thought that Finn Balor had it in the bag there. But it seems that our Cruiserweight champion is not undefeatable, as Cedric Alexander has just shown. Tonight. Look at this. This was the coup de grace, and it missed into the lumbar check. And look at this man celebrating. Well-earned victory, and this definitely puts him on the map. It seemed like Neville was the only person that was kind of getting opportunities here in the Cruiserweight division. But no, look at this man right here, able to pin cleanly our Cruiserweight champion. And here we have it, our main event for the evening. Braun Strowman versus our ECW World Champion, Seth Rollins. Braun Strowman, obviously winning his #1 contendership match last week against John Cena. Able to pull out the victory in a, I don't want to say one-sided match. John Cena definitely put up a very good fight, but it was ultimately Braun Strowman that was going to come away with the 1, 2, 3, and Seth Rollins came out at the end of the match, gave a bit of a stare down from the ramp, holding up his ECW World Championship, showing that he is the champion. But it's going to be a whole different game here tonight, as this man, the monster among men, is going to be in the ring with the architect, the ECW champion, and here he is. Here he is. Seth Rollins, of course, awarded the ECW World Championship based on power rankings, as well as a previous WWE Universe decided vote. Basically, there were a multitude of factors that went into crowning him the ECW World Champion, but it definitely felt fitting. And as he comes out wearing that ECW World Championship, it very much suits him. And here he is, the Architect. Always an exciting superstar to watch in the ring. But he has such a large just obstacle to overcome here tonight. His first time defending the ECW World Championship here at ECW One Night Stand. It's against the monster among men, Braun Strowman. But our champion Seth Rollins said that he wants to be a fighting champion. He will fight every week. He will defend his title every week if he has to. And he says he will always walk away as the ECW champion. So we'll see. We'll see if that comes to fruition. I back our champion, but against Braun Strowman, I don't know how I feel about his chances. Braun Strowman, obviously a very scary competitor. To be able to somewhat manhandle John Cena last week was just absolutely terrifying to see, really. And that's what it's all about. Our ECW World Heavyweight Championship. And there's the challenger, Braun Strowman, the monster among men, the former black sheep of the Wyatt family. And we're going to see what he has in store for our ECW champion. And there our champion is, standing proud, standing tall, the Architect Seth Rollins, the former brains and agility, you could say, of the Shield. And he's going to be defending his ECW World Championship tonight. And hopefully he wants to walk away retaining his ECW World Championship. But that's what it's all about. That's what Braun wants. But Braun, barely even looking at the championship, has not let his eyes go away from Seth Rollins. He is just eyes fixed on the Architect. But Seth and both men ready to start this match, eyeing each other up here. As Seth Rollins instantly goes for a bit of a strike there, trying to launch some offense as Braun Strowman is not having any of that. Braun Strowman instantly regaining control, and a big shot to the mid chest, to the mid of Seth Rollins with those big hammer-like fists of Braun Strowman. Absolutely devastating is Braun Strowman. Oh, and Seth Rollins get a bit of an offense going, and Seth Rollins with a knee to the face and just strike after strike, but Braun Strowman does not seem to be going down. Oh, and Braun Strowman now back with some offense of his own, and just a big almost backbreaker there by Braun Strowman. And Braun just working on the midline of Seth Rollins, and look at the strength of the monster among men. Huge deadlift gut wrench slam there. And just a knee to the head of Seth Rollins. Oh, and just taking Seth down. I don't know how I feel about Seth's chances here tonight. I don't know how Seth is gonna do this, but Seth is trying to gain some distance here, trying to get some distance. Oh, and once again Seth trying to launch some offense here. What's Seth doing? Seth was maybe going for a suplex. That was not a good move there, as Braun Strowman instantly regaining power, regaining control with his massive strength. And Braun Strowman going for the cover here. One. Kick out at one by the Architect. Braun Strowman just bearing down on the head and neck of Seth Rollins with this very unorthodox style, the former black sheep of the Wyatt family. And just a huge right hook there by Braun Strowman. And Seth Rollins looking to gain some offense back here. Seth Rollins going for a side Russian leg sweep. Look at Seth Rollins go. Seth Rollins finally got Braun Strowman off his feet. And now here it comes. The Architect gonna go to work on the legs of Braun Strowman with a knee there to the legs. And once again, knee to the legs. Trying to keep Braun down. Oh, and Seth Rollins seems a bit disorientated. And a sling blade by Braun Strowman. Braun maybe a bit confused by Seth Rollins missing there. And what's Seth Rollins going for now? Look at Seth, just working on the legs. Get a big man down on the ground. They're the exact same size as anyone else when they're lying down. And look at Seth, meticulously working away at the knees and chest of Braun Strowman there. But Braun Strowman able to make it up to his feet. And Seth Rollins with an STO there. Seth Rollins just stomping away at the legs. Oh, and once again going for this move. Once again working away at the legs of Braun Strowman. Seth getting Braun Strowman getting the rope break there. Seth was trying to go for some form of submission maneuver here. And Seth Rollins now with some offense. Seth Rollins seems to be in control. And Seth Rollins with another STO, just slamming Braun Strowman back on the ground. But Seth Rollins, that's taken a lot out of our ECW champion. As now Braun Strowman back on the offense here. Braun Strowman just stomping away at Seth Rollins. And Seth quickly rolling out of the ring there. Definitely a smarter move. And Braun Strowman just taunting him, telling the champion to get back in the ring. But Seth Rollins maybe trying to find a better angle to go at. I'd also be scared if I was kind of getting into the ring with the monster among men. Oh, and trying to go for a hook there. Big clubbing blow. I give my hat off to the ECW champion. He's putting up one hell of a fight, but it just doesn't seem to be affecting Braun Strowman. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Braun Strowman just Irish whipping Seth Rollins to the corner there. And just a big clubbing blow. Oh, and Seth Rollins with a bit of a reversal there. What's Seth got planned? What has Seth got planned? What's he doing? Seth getting him into the side. What's it? Just strike after strike after strike. And Seth maybe trying to get some speed up here, and just a big elbow, forearm to the head of. And look at Seth building up a head of speed. Seth trying to play to the crowd there. Seth going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Kick out at 2 by Seth, by Braun Strowman. Seth trying to attack the face of Braun, but Braun seems to be it's just far too powerful for that. And what's Seth? Ooh, we've seen Seth do something like this before. Ooh, look at that. Just easily just throwing, not easily, but must have strength to taken to throw Braun Strowman out the ring. And look at he's got that look in his eyes. Seth's got a plan. Seth's gonna go flying. Look at Seth go. Big suicide dive. Look at that. Just picture perfect, right on the target. Shoulder to the head, and both men are down now. And look at Seth. Seth is all fired up now, Seth Rollins. This is all about that ECW Championship. Seth putting his body on the line here. Seth going for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Almost had it. Seth almost able to retain that championship with that dive. What's Seth doing? Seth going up to the top rope now. Seth telling Braun Strowman to get. Maybe Sean's going for, Seth Rollins going for that blockbuster. No, going for a knee and just misses. What's Braun Strowman got planned now? Oh no. This is the beginning of the end for Seth. And a power slam. Absolutely devastating. That's it. That's it. This match is over. This match is definitely over. There's no way. Oh, what's this? John Cena back in the ring. What's John Cena doing here? What's John Cena? Braun Strowman taken by surprise. Did not see it coming. Braun Strowman and the attitude adjustment and that match. Ding, 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 ding. That is over. Definitely. Oh, and John Cena having an attitude adjustment to Seth Rollins as well. John Cena, and it's not through with Braun Strowman. John Cena showing that he wants the ECW Championship, and Braun Strowman cannot have it. So Seth Rollins retains John Cena. What does this mean for the championship? What does this mean for ECW? We will see you next week as we return to see the aftermath of these events.